What's up, guys? We got an intro to the intro. I just want to say really quick, you guys killed the comment section, the like button, everything the last video. Right now we're at 4.4 thousand likes, 665 comments. That's awesome. But you guys killed it. The algorithm, it literally worked for the algorithm, so thank you. You know, it's pushing again. But if you guys want this family to grow, keep killing it in the comment section and the like button. I appreciate it so much. You guys literally rock. Let's grow this family and sit back, relax, and let's get into today's video. I think you're gonna like it. Stay tuned to the end because we got a surprise too. See you guys in the rest of this video. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We got both the kids in the shop today. I decided to do something very, very crazy with this Wrangler. I was being a bad girl in the attic the other day, and that means exactly what you think. I found 2 boxes of coilovers, and yes, they're going on the Jeep. I told you guys 2022 is gonna be crazy. The builds are gonna be wild. I just finalized the whole Bronco build, and that thing's gonna look freaking sharp when it's done, I promise you that. We're going all the way this year. And we're turning a simple 4-inch lift into something truly incredible. Now, these should look familiar to you. These are the same coilovers that are on my green truck. Yes, the same green truck that's lifted 12 inches. Now, yes, the truck's lifted 12 inches. And yes, these are for a 8-inch lift on a Super Duty. And I'm gonna put an 8-inch Super Duty lift on my Wrangler. So how I kind of came to this realization here is obviously I know coilovers go on Jeeps. However, the coilover kits that Rebel Off-Road sells, However, the coilover kits that Evo Manufacturing, Rebel Off-Road, FabTech, all of them sell, well, they're for 12-inch travel coilovers. That being said, obviously those are targeted to the market of off-roading Wranglers. Well, we're not off-roading, and I happen to have a set of 8-inch travel coilovers handy. Brackets are already on their way and they'll be here tomorrow. However, this is how I came to this whole realization. Don't ask me, I'm not the coilover wizard, but simple math, I can get the basics done. Obviously spring rates and all that other crap. You don't gotta teach me, I know it, but we're making them work because I've got, you know, $2,000 in coilovers collecting dust. But measuring it from the center of the bowl hole to the center of the bowl hole, it's about 25 inches, if you see that. 25 and a half to be kind of exact. And I'm gonna show you why I think this is gonna work. On a Wrangler, obviously comes with a coil spring and a shock. As you know, coilovers are pretty much the coil spring and the shock combined. I found a set of brackets that is true bolt-on, 100% no cutting, no welding. It can be welded if you want. It's gonna allow the coilover to mount here, and it's gonna extend the lower bucket where the, you know, the shock mounts at the bottom out a little bit, so it gives us clearance off of here. Shock-wise here, middle of the bowl hole to the middle of the bowl hole on the top is, you know, 19 3/4, 20 inches, you know, so-so. And at the top of this, it's about 21 and a half inches bolt hole to bolt hole. So with that being 25 inches, that being about 20, and just say this is about 21, obviously the Jeep brakes, just taking that shock right now, obviously that's kind of a more heavy duty rated spring than the 12-inch coilover that really compresses. The spring rates probably are not for the Jeep, I'm gonna be honest. But adding the coilover, it's got the DSC, so I can tune them all the way down, and this thing should ride pretty darn soft still. We're gonna find it out, because like I said, full bolt on, that's why I did this. Full bolt on, if I put it on and it rides like a ton of brakes, we know the answer. Or drives pretty close to stock, we're obviously gonna leave them on there. Just say that spring rate is super heavy and it compresses minimally when I put it on the Wrangler. We got 5 inches of lift automatically, but that's the best part about coilovers, you can adjust them. It should lift the Jeep 5 inches in the front, 4 inches in the rear, and we can tune it up and tune it down, whatever it need be, and this thing should ride good. Excuse my hair crisis here during this. Might cut it off for the next video, I don't know. Just hear me out for a second. I see the comments all day long that a lot of you are like, making me want a Jeep, making me want a Bronco. That's my point. And both of these vehicles right here, the Bronco and the Jeep, are beyond customizable, like to even what you think. Do you want this as a Jeep? Do you want this as a truck? Do you want this as a diesel truck? Do you want this as a truck with a stick shift? Do you want this as a truck with an automatic trans? Do you want this as an SUV? Do you want this SUV with a wheel on this side? Do you want this as an SUV with a wheel on the other side? Do you want this SUV that's diesel, electric, stick shift, automatic, 2 doors, 4 doors, hard top, soft top. Literally, you can configure this to whatever you want. If you want a diesel, you can have it diesel. If you want it stick shift, you can have it stick shift. If you want the wheel on the right, well, by golly, you can have the wheel on the right. This paint was like a 7-month paint color. And guess what? There's a new paint color. There's 3 new paint colors. And they change constantly. You can get the normal ones. You can get weird ones. And don't even get me started with this, because parts aren't even rolling out yet. And the ones that are done, whether they're fancy and pretty or off-road, are turning out killer. And stay tuned, because you don't even want to know what we're doing to this. The details of this Bronco will blow your mind. So I sat there the other day and I'm like, what am I saving these for? It's going to show you guys the limitless possibilities of the Wrangler and the Bronco platform. My 5th gen's already built in my head too. That one's gonna be crazy whenever we get there. So that's why I'm taking this 4-inch Beltec lift and spicing it up. I don't need the off-road 12-inch travel coilovers. 8-inch travel is honestly perfect, because it's not gonna be flexing and doing crazy stuff. Custom interiors are in the works for both of these things, and they're gonna pop off. Like I said, guys, I wanna change your opinion on both of these platforms with these video series, and just give you something to think about. You know, if you're getting sick of the truck game like I am too. And I see people all over, even TikTok, they're like, I'm tired of this, about to just sell the truck. And if you are, please, welcome to the world of, you know, the open air concept SUV, and trust me, it'll change your life. We went to Harbor Freight this morning, actually 2 Harbor Freights, because the one I went to the first time sent me to another one because it was in stock there. So we ended up with our 20-ton shop press, assembled it, got it done, got the bushings pushed out. I marked them. You probably could push them in either way, not concerned, but just to know how, you know, Beltec did it from the factory, I marked them so I could push them back in the way necessary. Well, bushings like this, I kind of want them to be tight. Every single Jeep that's been lifted or modified that I know of, that I'm in, there's always clanks, bangs, rattles, rolls, all that from spare tire carriers, bumpers, whatever people bolt on. I want this thing to drive as stock as possible when we're done. It's a brand new Jeep, so we pushed these out, and was quite easy. I will say the bigger ones, the 20-ton press, I could press down on it and give it a lot of pressure, and then like to a point of like almost exhaustion, it'll eventually snap and come out. On the bigger bushings, like I said, take a torch, heat up the metal around it, the bushing will slide out so much easier. And on these smaller ones here, I didn't even have to use anything. They kind of just popped out. I was gonna put pressure on it, heat it up, and it would slide out too, but these just kind of went with, you know, no heat or anything or any excess force. So they all came out pretty easily. You don't gotta worry about the things getting marred up on the way out. On the way in, I'll show you when we put the bushings back in before we install the lift kit. And after these are powder coated illusion purple. I'll show you the way to do that without actually damaging your fresh powder. It's gonna be a lot of towels, a lot of padding, but the bushing will go back in. Everybody officially has zero excuses other than time in your job. I get that. But if you want to build something yourself and save a crap ton of money, you officially have zero excuses, because everything in this Jeep lift kit except pretty much the sway bar and the track bars fit in the oven. There's a 4-inch spring, 4-inch lift spring for a JL, and obviously if you hung it and put the rack up top, you could powder coat this entire spring in a basic home oven. And investing $250, maybe $260 after tax, you can get bushings pressed out, and those short arms can also be done in the oven. Other than my like gear wrench impact sockets, this is completely, you know, like I said, all Harbor Freight. We did it. This is their ball joint kit with the master adapter kit, obviously for doing truck ball joints, all that stuff. But it works mighty well because there's so many sizes to push bushings out. Time and time again, save the money if you can. If it's not worth your time and you just enjoy, you know, watching me build, cool. But like I said, while I'm doing this, I'm trying to help you guys out as well, because I want to show you guys that all of this is literally possible in your garage. So we start off with the most difficult coilover. I'll explain that in a second. But we got the spring off. It's ready to go. Get this thing blasted. Obviously, it'll be hanging in this oven soon. Illusion purple on the way back, and it's gonna look so good. Now here's my original plan with this. It shouldn't have been that difficult as it was. However, this coilover right here was one that actually came off my truck. Well, when I did this on the truck, I don't know, between tightening this or whatever, pretty much it slipped the threads and cocked this ring and got it stuck. The bolt broke in here. They sell the preload rings. They sell the preload, you know, ring Allen keys that snapped. But on all those websites, there's zero instructions of how to replace it. Other option is, because the Allen head broke off, I can seriously take a drill bit in here, drill. Just take my time and then get a bit extractor and just kind of, that's why we're stuck and we haven't even got the other three off. So I'm gonna figure out what's going on with this, see if I can get this off before I even take the other springs off, because getting the other springs off should be cake. It's just this ring right now that's literally gonna hold us up, because this is the only part I needed to order the whole time to get these coilovers to work. Again, but that sucks. We're making good progress on this, guys. Like I said, the lift kit's pretty much ready to be sandblasted. The track bar, the bushings literally just fall out, so there's no effort there. New press will definitely come in handy, especially if we decide to re-gear this Wrangler. I'm up in the air. I would prefer to get the thing lifted, take it for a spin, see how she drives with these tires on it, take it on the highway, see how that is before I go and rip the gears out, especially if we're driving this thing to Daytona to Jeep Beach. A lot of you are asking if I'm going. That's the plan. I want to have this done. There's like, what, about 30 days? Literally 30 days left till Jeep Beach. So that's the plan. Get this thing done and drive it from Ohio down there, especially on this setup. So that's where I'm majorly concerned is, will this handle, you know, even though it's an 8-speed transmission, will the RPMs and everything drive fine driving from Ohio to Daytona? I don't want to sit there and be, you know, between 6th, 7th, 8th gear the whole way. Other than that, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the little surprise I'm throwing in here with these coilovers. Like I said, how they mount in the rear, you guys are gonna be like, honestly, because it looks so good. That's why I decided to off the coilovers for this build, because how they mount on the Jeep is just, it's so dope. We got a lot coming up, a lot of informative, awesome content between obviously this Wrangler, the Bronco. We got to finish the pink truck, waiting on some injectors for that. I know a lot of you are like, where's the pink truck? Working out some injector stuff, power stuff. And we'll get that thing tidied up here soon, don't you worry. And then sometime this summer, I do want to try and do the first gen as well. So we got a lot of stuff coming, a lot of awesome, crazy, informative stuff. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, shoot a thumbs up. If you haven't been here before, please get down there, click subscribe. Drop me a comment if you haven't already. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.